Resident Evil 4, the remake, is a game that needs no introduction, as it sold 5 million copies within its first 4 months of releasing, and it's on its way to being the best-selling game of the entire franchise. And it just got a DLC announced 2 days ago, and it's coming a lot sooner than you think. How soon? This Friday. But what if this DLC is hinting at a much larger step for the franchise? Well, I'm a fat bearded guy in a nerd t-shirt, and I'm here to talk about video games. The DLC and its free update focuses on two main people, Ada and Louis, who both appear frequently in the main story of the game. But true to the original source, Albert Wesker also features in the trailer as well. And in the original, he was the main driving force for Ada's mission, occasionally calling her and guiding her from level to level. But with the story seeming to be changed, as Ada seems to be infected if the trailer is to believe, and her having a predetermined relationship with Louise from the get-go, it seems to be an odd choice to have Albert Wesker be part of the story outside of just the voice and earpiece at the end of the game. Yet not only is he shown in cutscenes outside of his magnificent chair and office, but he is a fully modeled and playable character inside Mercenaries mode. Now, I know what you're thinking, he was in Mercenaries mode in the original, the 2004 and 5 releases for GameCube and PS5 respectively, but that's a lot changed between games being made back then and now. It's a lot more effort and work to put a character to be playable within a game. So I wonder, why so much effort on him now? RE8 had cool characters to play in Mercenaries with Lady Dimitrescu and Heisenberg, changing up the gameplay as well from just gunshots to cool weapons and abilities, but they were already present in the code needed to play Resident Evil 8. This, I believe, is more of a stepping stone for an upcoming title, and I believe this title might be a lot closer than we think. Keep in mind, Capcom has mastered the Resident Evil engine, and they're able to crank out these massive projects one after another. They have used it to make 11 games in total since its introduction with Resident Evil 7 back in 2017. 5 of which these games were not even Resident Evil games, but used for other projects like Devil May Cry 5. But for the franchise alone, 6 games, 6 years, 3 of which being remakes, 2 decent to subpar side projects, but had a lot of work put into them, 2 mainline games with tons of DLC to further the story. So what would they do next with less than a year to go? Well, what if they're setting up Wesker for this next generation of Resident Evil games, with 2 remakes ready to feature him, with fans calling for Code Veronica and Resident Evil 5, both featuring the relationship evolving between Chris and Wesker, but massively loved within the franchise and fandoms, but also desperately needing a retelling to fit better within the newly redone canon of the franchise. Or, better yet, what if Wesker didn't die at the end of Resident Evil 5? And maybe he's to blame for the BSAA's undead reveal at the end of Village, a perfect way to bookend Chris' story and relationship with him in Resident Evil 9 soon to come out. More on that theory and headcanon to come. But what would you like to see next in the franchise? Do you think Albert Wesker is still alive? Does anybody else pull off sunglasses indoors better than he does? Or am I reading too much into this 2-second cameo and a quick trailer at a PlayStation showcase? Let us know in the comments down below.